Very impressed with how our guys continue to climb. Said it before. Offensively, yesterday, 18 some hours ago, responding back after giving up 4 in the first and scoring 5, and then continuing where they left off last night, continuing to put up runs. We were joking, how many runs are we going to score today? Just because the energy, the way they're going about their business, the confidence in the box, the approach, hitting stuff in the parking lot, and that's why we all park far away. Elijah came up with a huge homer yesterday, just right side of center field, and guys are drawing walks, guys are getting on base, slugging the ball all over the place, and it just really, you don't want to miss a pitch. If I'm thirsty, I don't want to go down in the dugout to get a cup of water because I just want to watch these guys go out and compete, and the pitching continues to do a great job. Keljo, yet again, was really fun to watch. Holmes had a handful of touches this weekend too, so like we're at, and to continue off of what Boz said the other day, how impressive it is to watch Elijah continue to get better and better and play the position with big time confidence and even having fun flipping baseballs into the stands.
Elijah, yeah, we talked a lot about you 2 days ago, and just how you were sort of developing on both sides of the ball. It seems like you're really firing on all cylinders right now. What's sort of going right for you right now, and how awesome is it to produce a huge weekend on one of the biggest, obviously the biggest series of the year?
Just kind of pouring into other guys. I think that's been the biggest thing that me and Mitch have talked about the whole year, is just kind of trying to pour into guys and not let the weekend get too big. It's my first regional ever that I've ever played in, so I'm new to all this too, as some of the other guys are on the team. So kind of just pouring into others and allowing the success to continue, and just watching everyone else play. It's super fun, so you kind of just build on that, and Boz sets the tone, and Micah always comes up and gets a barrel right after him. Everyone knows that. So just kind of watching these other guys play and just producing the best I can too to help everyone else win.
John Warren, KEJL Radio. Coach, do you have any connection at all, any history with Kentucky, their staff, the town, anything in pro ball that you cross paths with anybody?
I don't think so. I haven't really looked into their roster or none of that. I've just seen some of the games, brief moments, but no. I do want to say too, I left this out, what an incredible group Irvine is. I told Ben this after the game. Every year they have such a strong identity, big time competitors. They put together a great offense, and I think a lot of people across the country look at them and say, hey man, these guys, they do a lot of things right. They play hard, and I saw it just the way they handled it this whole regional, and battling it back and forth. I think Ben does a phenomenal job, and love competing against those guys too.
Brenna Greencoin, Mason, you've grown up watching Beaver baseball. You probably don't remember a time where you weren't watching this team, I would imagine. And I know that the end of the year was kind of difficult for you, just in terms of the context of growing up, being probably a huge fan of this team, I would imagine, and also how the end of the year has gone. Just how do you feel to show up for your team twice today?
Yeah, I feel really good, man. Regional or postseason baseball, it's a little different from the regular season. Nothing really matters besides winning, and I feel like going into the batter's box with the right mindset of nothing matters but winning here, I feel like that kind of frees you up in a way if you take it the right way. So yeah, I love getting into the postseason. I'm just willing to do whatever it takes for my team to win.
Mike and Nick Krupke from Fox 12 in Portland. Just to have this one final game here in this season, sell it out the entire weekend, even majority of ticket holders that maybe skip work, skip school to be here, man. How special is this to go out this way for these fans to get it done right?
Oh, super special. The fans showed out all weekend. Also had my mom and dad in the stands all the way from Nova Scotia, so that was super special to do this in front of them. But yeah, I think the guys are playing loose and having fun, and it's all about the team at this point. And to do that in front of Beaver Nation behind our backs was super special, and I'm glad I could experience that, and we could all experience that.
Micah, when you look at the bottom of the lineup, I think Boz said the other day when the bottom of the lineup was producing like these guys have in the tournament, you guys are unbeatable. How would you describe with the depth and what they're doing at the bottom right now, how difficult it makes you guys?
Yeah, it's just relentless, 1 through 9 and some. I think it just wears a pitcher down over time, and you see that, you know, if we're not going early on, the bottom of the order just makes them pay with the mistake or whatever. So I think it's just 1 through 9 wearing pitchers down, making them make good pitches, and it's probably a little annoying for them. But yeah, bottom of the order, huge this weekend, and yes, a lot of fun.
Well, today you're leadoff, right? 2-hole.
Two-hole.
You know, double, drive them in. So the start of the order handled it today, which is nice.
Yeah.
So you can flip things in the Supers?
What's that?
You can flip things. in the
Sorry, I
Supers.
can't hear you.
You also, Elijah, you guys kind of carried yourself with the air of a team that kind of expected to win this. Not arrogantly, but it seems like the confidence of this team is really good right now.
Yeah, I mean, the end goal is to go win a national championship, so we're just going out there and playing our best baseball, and we're setting ourselves up to go do that. I think we all believe that we can go win it, so this is just one of the stepping stones that gets us to the next spot that we need to be, and why not go out and play confidently? I mean, you're in front of Beaver Nation. You came here, we won, so we got the ability to host a regional, so why not go play like it?
Mitch, for Eric yesterday, obviously not probably the start to the game that he would have wanted, and I know it was tough conditions and obviously a very good Irvine lineup, but it seemed like he bounced back really well in kind of that second and third inning. What adjustments did he make, and how did you see him kind of deal with?
I agree. I think he just took a breath, which is good. When he was out there, big moment, you know, you're first regional, you're a freshman, you're jumping in, and it's hard to replicate in the pen or any other game until you actually get there and see it, or even soaking it in the couple days before, watching May and Kamatz go out there and perform. You know, so getting back in the dugout, getting the outs, getting back in the dugout, and then watching and see like, these guys have your back and put up, you know, 5 runs. That's takes a lot of pressure off of you. You say, you know what, I don't have to be perfect here. I'm just going to let that thing rip. And you saw a big jump in his maturity happen right there. To be able to handle that and go back out there and put up zeros, that's a game changer, because you can always recall that from your memory when things go bad. What happened? Okay, was I really present? And just understanding when you turn around, it's not just you against that hitter. You got all these guys behind you, and you got everybody in the stands that's there for you. He got back in, took a nice breath, and we gave him a hefty breath too for putting up 5 runs. So nice to see him go back out there and respond to it. And I think that sets him up, you know, for his next start, and the one after that, and the one after that.
Mitch, at the university level, this has been such an uncertain year in terms of everything. What do you think it means to these fans to go out with such a bang in your last game here at Goss and to keep this thing going?
I mean, you see just the excitement of everyone here. I love pulling into the stadium in the morning and seeing the trailers out there and people tailgating and getting ready to watch some Beaver baseball. And you know, you get to honk your horn at them as you're coming in, and they're all fired up. And you know, just walking around campus on game day. And when you're going out to eat, I mean, you know, people come up to you and they're appreciative of the way they go about their business. You know, the kids, like getting autographs, that's some of the coolest moments, is getting to put your name on a baseball or a card for somebody. And for these guys to experience that, I told them a long time ago, they're superheroes. And it's very difficult to take on the rigor that they have to go through with school and with growing up as like these young men and trying to be the best, not just in the country but in the world at what they do, because they all want to play for a very long time, and they all have the potential to do that. And for our fans around here, that's like having that kind of support, you know. And some of them that sit behind home were hard on me when I was here as a first-year catcher, and they're still back there, and they're still tough on me when I make great mistakes, and the guys too. But it's part of the environment that people really care, you know. when you get 10 emails after a game letting you know what you messed up on, I appreciate it. Don't do it too often, but I appreciate those moments because they wouldn't send you those messages unless they really cared. And I've said it a million times before, you get to wake up every morning with massive amounts of joy because you get to be a part of this university and this family, and to see John Casey sitting above the dugout every day, and always making sure that he says hi to us, and having Pat and the history that has been here, and to get to be a part of that. So today was an amazing game, a great regional, but it is yet to be like that your favorite moment, because that's still a couple weeks away to have that opportunity and the dog pile and do all that. And so being able to visualize it, walking in a room like this and seeing Case running around with his hands up and the dog piles, like it's motivation every day you get to go to work, and having this community rally around you. And you want to do it for the guy next to you, but you want to do it for all of them too, because think about how great of a day everyone's going to have tonight when they go home with their families, and think about tomorrow when they wake up, when the kids are going to school and they're wearing orange and black and talking about Beaver baseball and how special it is, and that they want to play here someday. You know, I don't know. I think it is a sport. You love competition, but when you're out there on the stage, you're changing people's lives. You're inspiring others. I love it.
Aaron Slindy, KVAL TV. Mason, kind of throughout the day, you guys were really consistent at the plate, scoring in almost every inning today. What about the batting order? Like, what makes you feel really, really confident? How have you guys kind of supported each other to make sure that you are taking a step forward as you move forward and into super regionals?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, like Micah said, 1 through 9. You know, I mean, we're just relentless up and down the lineup. It really helps when I have Elijah in front of me. You know, just getting on base every single time. He's applying the pressure on the pitcher. The pitcher has to then execute pitches to me, which means I'm going to get more pitches to hit. So I mean, it goes every way with us. You know, I mean, like there's just no let up in us. So. Yeah.
Brenna Greencoin, Mitch, with Oregon advancing last night and you guys advancing today, it marks the first time that both programs have gone to the super regional round in the same year. Just what has it been like for you to watch this sport grow and grow in this state?
I think the sport needs to continue to, the West Coast needs, you know, more attention. There's a lot of phenomenal baseball here on the West, and I know, you know, as the transfers and NIL and all that stuff, and the shifting, social media being a big part of that too, there's a lot of noise. I love this place because you can limit a lot of noise, a lot of other distractions, and come here and go to work every day. And you know, I think that what this program has done, what Jack and Case have built, and all the others that pour into this place, when you show up and you got facilities here early in the morning, leaving after you too, when you got your athletic trainers, like we're very fortunate. I think we have the greatest athletic trainer in the country who's there for the guys at all times. You know, just a calming goat for a lot of people. We have the best strength coach in the country with Mike. I'm telling you, I believe in pillars, not walls. I want people to be able to see into this and feel a lot of the stuff that these guys get to feel, and see how hard they work and the people that they get to be around. I want them to continue to play. We push hard because at some point the last game's over and you don't get to spend time around each other anymore. And that day, you know, wow, you win the last game of the year and it is fun doing that, but you're going to instantly miss showing up in the clubhouse every day with the guys next to you. And again, as these games are live on TV, I think every one of our games, everyone wants the games to be, you know, something great to be viewed as they're sitting at home. I remember watching the Mariners growing up every night at 7 o'clock and listening to it sitting there. It kept us out of trouble. I think that every single one of our games needs to have, you know, as much attention as possible. That's why we're, you know, bringing in more seats in left center, and I've heard it's a great view from out there too to watch a game. And our guys like hitting balls off of them too during batting practice or in the games. But it's, again, it's, as we travel, and even in Surprise at the beginning of the year, we have 3,000 plus fans coming out and watching, and I saw a lot of our freshmen, our incomers, turn around and look outside and go, wow, this is real. There's all these people came down to watch us. I go, yeah, it's like that all the time. Like, you always have that support. So it lifts you up. It turns you from 5'11" to 6 foot real quick, right? And I believe, as like, it's fun when we go up and play in Hillsboro, you know, to see a whole bunch more fans coming out and looking at it. I think that there's just tremendous baseball being played up and down this coast, and obviously I think that more schools like in the PAC should be getting opportunities in the postseason. You know, we beat each other up pretty good in the PAC. There's strong competition all over, and I love when you have guys that are totally dedicated to this place, and then, or as they come in, they find out real quick, and the guys wrap around them and teach them the ways and how special this place really is. So it's cool to see guys that have been here for many, many years, you know, 3 years and 1 year, and all to be a part of that brotherhood in there. It's nice when you see other people like feeling it as well from the outside.
I think this will be our last question.
Isaac Strieger, Portland Tribune. Mitch, we've talked about Mason's slide and skid over the past couple months a lot. You've always stuck by him and kept him in the lineup, fluctuated where he's hit, but he's always been out there at first base or third. What's it like to just kind of see him get things back on track here and lift a homer or get a second hit?
Everybody slides at some point. You just got to keep your feet in the ground, pop up, and move to the next base. And he did a good job of that. You know, I forgot where we were at, but I had one game, it might have been up in Spokane. You hammered a couple balls, and then just get one to fall. Sometimes that's a great feeling, but I don't know, I just remember watching him go put that one in the parking lot today, and I don't know, I just realized I wasn't jumping around because I just kind of assumed that was what was going to happen. So it didn't surprise me at all. The way he's battling and the way he's working up in the cage, the guy's always put in like the work. He's going to sit up there. Actually, it was yesterday. I was up in the cage and you were sweating. What you sweating for, man? Up here hitting. I'm working, man. I'm working. And so you see him continue to get after that too. And again, like, isn't it nice having a guy who's like hitting down in the order and just causing havoc? You know, I don't think he's going to steal a ton of bases. He's still a threat. Try to give him the green light from time to time. Maybe not Elijah, but it's just, again, being able to work through that. What's going to make Mason get to play the game for a very long time is also being able to handle some of those bumps in the road. And I don't think there's a guy that ever really worried. It's just, he's your brother, and you want to take care of him, you want to help him, and you know he's going to get through it. And so, fine that it happened when it did, because right now I don't see a slump. I don't see any issues. I see a bad man in the box ready to do damage, and so you know I mean, shoot, Drew got 1 or 2 walks today. Two.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, but like being able to accept those 2, lay off the stuff down, keeping his hands back, just how he's taking the baseball too. That tells you he's in a good spot. So I'm excited to keep watching him play, and I want to watch him play for several more weeks.